It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Welcome back, everybody, to Operation Babble, episode 153. I'm, of course, your host, Myke Shrews, here with my co-host and friend, Tivis. So, Tivis, please tell the people. Everybody's dying to know. What's been up, dude?
Star Wars is back.
Star Wars. Oh, which one? Which show?
Mandalorian season 3. Not that it went away, because Bad Batch, it's either still going or just wrapped. I'm a couple episodes behind.
Didn't Andor just finish up too not that long ago?
In October.
Really? It's been that long?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're not having fun. Anyways, welcome back, everybody, to Operation Babble. You can find Operation Babble on all social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter, all via Operation Babble. You can also join the Operation Babble Facebook group. It is literally called Operation Babble Group. Made it simple and easy. Find it. All the links are in the description of the video and or the show notes on any of your podcasting listening sites, everybody. You can also find us and see our pretty ugly faces every time we drop an episode on the Myke Shrews YouTube channel at the moment. It is MykeShrews, and that is right on YouTube. It's youtube.com/@MykeShrews is what it would be to go there. And there's a whole playlist of Operation Babble dating back to, I think, our first actual video wasn't.
I know you were putting when it was an audio only on there.
Yeah, we did audio only ones too, but yeah. Other than that, you can also join us on the show if you want to come onto the show and just bullshit with us about pop culture stuff. You can email us at operationbabble@outlook.com. And there you can just let us know, how we're doing, what you think of the show, if you have any topics you want us to talk about, or if, again, you want to just come on to the show yourself, everybody. Oh, anything else that I gotta
Did you mention the merch?
Oh yeah, we have a swag shop. You can go to the link in the description, everybody. We don't have a specific URL or hyperlink or anything designed for it. There's just one in the descriptions, so definitely check that out. You can get some awesome merch in there that we've made up just randomly. There's the logo shirt, and there's some other ones in there too, which are pretty dope too. So definitely check those out and let us know if you got one. Like, tag us on social media with a picture of it or something. Let us know, so we're seeing who's checking out the merch and shit. And other than that, just hit your subscribes and your bell icons and all that stuff if you're watching us here on YouTube, everybody, as well. And lastly, but not least, because it's a very important thing to us, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or any of your podcast services that you guys are able to leave a written review, leave stars, all that fun stuff. It does definitely help the show out. And it lets us know how you guys are appreciating us as we're moving forward and changing things here and there constantly on this show. I think every season when there's been different changes that we've made to a lot of the stuff. So and we are on season 4, I think, of this show now. Operation Babble season 4.
You keep track of that, man.
Yeah. Holy moly. Anyways, today, guys, we are just going to basically be doing a bullshitting episode. And yeah, I hope I spelt that right there too.
I hope you didn't.
We're basically just gonna hit up you guys, talk about some random stuff, and see where this goes, where it takes us. We have no specific movie or music or anything like that we watched, so together anyways. So yeah, let's just dive on into it, dude. Unless you got something else to say to them real quick. Anything? Nothing.
No. I got Kool-Aid.
Awesome. Dude, I am like almost 2 weeks without any pop, bro. That's fucking awesome for me right now
That's
because
awesome.
I've been drinking like nonstop. Like Dr. Pepper was like my, my poison, and I was just
That's
drinking it
crazy. So
nonstop.
many people hate that, and I'm like the only person I know that enjoys Dr. Pepper up here.
Love it so much. I get shit for it too from so many people in my life that, Dr. Pepper is so nasty, blah. And I'm like, bro, it's like 23 flavors. I get to have 23 different flavors in one. So fuck off. But yeah, no, that's awesome for I'm trying to do a cleanse. Like if you've watched the podcast throughout the years, you've been seeing my face getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My wife's kind of tired of the pizza face, as she calls it. So we're
Damn.
yeah. There's no we don't sugarcoat anything in this house, Tivis. Okay, I told her she had a pancake ass the other day. Tivis is like, I don't know what to say now.
Have I said how you deserve to get hit more often?
To be fair, that was right after she said something about my pizza face.
That's awesome. Yeah, we stopped buying cans a while ago. I still
Mhm.
take one of those 20 ounces to work every night just because I need something to get through the night. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, uh, dude, Pop's ruining us.
Yeah, it's not only does it like ruin your body, which I don't care if you drink pop or not because I still love it. And it's like one of those things where I'm trying to have to find things to get my mind off of it constantly because if I think about it too much, I start to get cranky, like you
Mhm,
get those urge like it's like an addiction, and
mhm.
I just have the withdrawals from it and stuff. But luckily these last 2 weeks I've been pretty good. I haven't like bitten anybody's head off or anything like that. There was one time where I gave up pop and I gave up all sugars at the same time. And holy crap, dude, I got
Your
pissed off and angry
body's gonna go through
so
the withdrawal like crazy,
oh
dude.
yeah, I got so angry so fast and easily. Like, oh, it was horrible. Like, and we were doing this show too at the same time, and like I was just trying to like holding all of my like
Anger,
not non-anger.
frustration.
Yeah, it was like just everywhere else except for on the show. It's like, and there's probably some episodes too where you could probably see it if I was like bitching too hard about something. But yeah,
Uh,
it's been fun. It's interesting to see my body go through these again and again and again. So hopefully it lasts a lot longer this time. Um
yeah, we're trying to make it like a treat when we go out to dinners and stuff. Like, we can. It's fine there
yeah, yeah.
because I
Well,
don't trust tap water from these places.
with me too, it's like so caffeine because like I'm like ADHD or whatever you want to consider it. So like caffeine doesn't really
Help.
make me active.
Mhm.
It like a lot of people it helps wake them up and stuff like that. For me, it kind of like slows me down a little bit, things like that, because caffeine kind of works opposite sometimes. So like even I gave up coffee and shit, dude. Like I stopped drinking coffee a couple years back. I think probably like pre-COVID shit. Like because before I was like going out to Dunkin' and like getting a caramel whatever the fuck they have at Dunkin', and because Starbucks has just cost too much for the same shit. So
You could just make it at home for even cheaper.
oh no, we did that too. But I would like I there was this one drink that Dunkin' had that was just like I just could never get it to work the same because I don't drink black, I don't drink black
Mhm.
coffee. I would only drink like iced coffees after so long. Like I drink a lot of hot coffee, I guess, when I was a kid, but then the world got pussified and we all drink cold iced coffees now. So frappuccinos that taste like pumpkin spice, Bleh, bleh.
I have never tried coffee and I have no plans to, but my wife loves green tea lattes.
Okay.
So
That
every now
sounds
and then we'll
nasty.
stop and get that. Yeah,
Is it
matcha.
actually green?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She's even made them at home a couple times, but
So basically she's drinking puke is what it looks like.
kinda, yeah. Baby diarrhea.
Yeah. Yep. Been there, seen that. Anyways, no, like what we got going on, dude? Like I know I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, let's record the Munsters or no, last night I said let's record a Munsters episode, and then I was like this morning I was like, nah, fuck that shit. Let's record this and just bullshit around.
Which is good because I haven't finished it yet. I'm only 10 minutes in.
Yeah, so I woke up this morning to this article, and I don't even know if it was a recent article or what, but it was a thing about Jumanji actor cast as the new Superman or whatever. And I'm like thinking, I was like, did they pick The Rock to be Superman? And I clicked the article because I was just curious, or Kevin Hart, anything. And it was an article saying like that in the article it reads as like Jack Black is in talks to be the new Superman. I was like, what? And I kept reading and I was like, oh, he did a video on Instagram and you guys are just making a shit article because you have nothing else to talk about. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was so bad, dude. Like, I didn't even share the article with you. I just shared the title with you.
Yeah, and you sent me the Instagram video, which is it's funny.
Oh yeah, it's funny. Jack Black is awesome, dude. I love him. And
I love the little behind the scenes at the end with his dad.
Yeah.
He's on like a table. He's telling his dad to flap his cape for.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the video, go over to Jack Black's Instagram account and check it out there. At the moment, it is his latest video that he's uploaded, I believe it was. So yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, these articles are pissing me off lately, dude. Like,
oh, dude, don't. You talk about that. Fucking every entertainment news outlet out there is trying to get angry engagement on their fucking articles because they're talking about the new season of Mando, like I said, started, and they bring up Kara in it.
Okay.
So every single one of them is like, oh, that actress that was fired, trying to get people stirred up.
Yeah. Are they recasting her? Or...
No.
I think that shit's died down so much that they could literally bring her back and no one would give a shit. I don't care.
To be honest with you, the company was as much like I don't think it was unjustified what they did, but how they went about it, that was a really shit way to go about it and unprofessional. So I think it's set wrong on both ends, but also just recast the fucking character. No one cares. I don't understand why we have to have these characters tied to these actors forever. Fucking recast them.
I don't understand it a lot. There are some actors where I'm like, yeah, we don't need to recast them. Like Tim Allen as Santa Claus.
Yeah, preferred not to recast, but I also didn't mind the Santa Claus from Fred Claus. I forget the actor's name.
From Fred Claus?
Yeah, Paul Giamatti.
Oh yeah, Paul Giamatti. Yeah, he was part of the Skull and Bones Association at Yale back in the day. For people who don't know what that is, that's where all of our government officials were part of.
The most secret, unsecret organization in history.
Yeah. Isn't that also the one they said that they have the head of the skull of the one Indian chief? Like they dug it up and stuff. I think it was one of the...
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, rich people going in fraternity, sorority, whatever the fuck it's called, getting drunk and wasting and doing stupid ass shit that they know they won't get in trouble for legally.
Right.
Anything could happen.
What was it? Mr. Geronimo's missing skull. That's what they have.
Yeah.
Supposedly, they yeah.
It wouldn't shock me.
It's kind of fucked up.
Before we started recording, I mentioned that I was having problems. I plugged my new camera in. By the way, any people watching the video, hope I look better or worse because now you can actually see me. But I wonder if I unplugged my. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about it in my head. I wonder if I unplugged my damn cord because I have it going through my speaker system. So
Okay, gotcha.
it just popped in
Wow.
my head, so I had to get it out. Bullshit.
So we were talking on like the DC the Superman thing. There was
Oh, I
something
thought you
else
were
that
talking about Geronimo.
well, yeah, that too. We're all over the place today, guys. D- I listen to, if no one ever listens to it, I listen to the Howie Mandel podcast. Howie Mandel does stuff or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
Dude jumps around from topic to topic, so I'm like, oh, you know what? It's perfectly fine if we do too. Then, like, I don't even care. But what do you think about this whole thing that coming out? Supposedly, like fans are trying to do like a lawsuit for the Henry Cavill shit. Like, I'm looking at an article from this one website about it and stuff, and they're talking about because they're trying to say false advertising bullshit on it. What do you think of that? Because I don't think that's false advertising at all, just because he was in the end credit scene of a movie.
Good luck to them, because
Right.
literally the only thing we got was from Henry himself before he signed a contract. So that's kind of on him.
Well, not even that. That's not advertising.
No.
People are casting greenlit to do projects all the time.
Yeah. Oh, could we sue over what's his face's Gambit movie that was supposed to come out a decade ago? Channing Tatum.
Only if they do another Gambit movie without him.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to all of you. I hope you're not sinking your own money into this because
Right.
you're gonna lose. And
Now
God
now
help
they're
whatever lawyer decided to pick this up.
so they're saying that someone recently sued the movie studio for a misleading movie trailer. I think it's time to sue Warner Brothers Discovery and James Gunn, which everyone always goes to James Gunn. Don't they realize there's James Gunn and the other
Peter
what's
Safran.
Saffron, yeah.
But
I always forget his
also,
last
there's the
name.
head of WB who made this decision before Gunn was even announced.
Yeah. Yeah. For the misleading end of
Or
Black Adam,
not
and then
DC, Warner
having
Bros. Discovery.
they say it's time to sue him for having a misleading end of Black Adam, and then having Cavill, I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, announce his return only to then get rid of him. They used him and us. I'm like, okay, one, it was an end credit scene. Two,
Mhm.
if you went and saw Black Adam only to see Henry Cavill in this movie, that's on you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you knew he wasn't going to be in the entire fucking movie, right? Like, I think The
Also,
Rock
it's
even said
The
that it
Rock.
was like in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like, okay, they're not even doing another Black Adam movie, so there's no false, there's
Not at the
nothing.
moment, at least.
Like, I understand the process, I guess, that they are starting to do this whole thing with trailers, because trailers are supposed to
Our
show you
advertising.
that's an actual advertisement. This is not an advertisement. This is them doing something that could have potentially led to something else. Honestly, The Rock, Dwayne, wanted this in the film anyways.
He
He fought,
campaigned for it
yeah,
loudly.
he fought tooth and nail to get him in this scene. That didn't necessarily mean he was coming back as Superman. So
No.
just be happy we got one last glimpse of him in the suit, if you guys want to look at it in any way.
Yeah.
And trying to say you're gonna sue a studio because they put a character in something and now they're not
Wait.
moving forward with him.
Can we sue them over Green Lantern? Because we got the Sinestro Corps teased at the end of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never got anything about that.
Yeah.
What else have we got teased about that never went anywhere? Let's
you
just sue for everything ever. Always.
Sony was teasing the whole the
Spider-Man
evil
crossover.
no the back in the Amazing Spider-Man days, the Sinister Six. They did a lot to tease on that too.
Oh, Universal. Let's sue them over failing to do the Dark Universe twice.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to be in
Don't sue
trouble,
Universal. They need the money to do more Fast and Furious movies, guys. Don't sue them, please.
yeah, Vin is taking all their money. But if anyone's going to be in trouble with this, it's Disney with how they do swerves in their trailers all the time.
Right. Like,
which is not something I want them to stop. I want them to lie to me in the trailer. So I'm surprised. I'm tired of Universal and Sony and
see, there's a difference
Paramount
between,
to a lesser extent, ruining entire films by putting everything in the trailer.
I don't think like, okay, so the biggest one to me that pops always into my head when I think of the trailer things is Infinity War, where you see Hulk and everybody running through the Wakanda jungle. And that's not in the movie. But to me, I'm also like, they shot many of scenes that aren't in that movie. So maybe they decide, oh, we're going to change this to make this story work, or this to make this. Not only that, that has nothing to do, that didn't show a different movie.
Well, we know for a fact that they film scenes specifically for the trailer to trick us.
Yeah.
They've come out and said that.
Well, also, all they had to do is, put the Hulk in there, and they had them guys running already. So then they just add a jungle background. It's not that hard because it's all CG anyways.
Yeah,
but
if you wanted to sue them over a film that's shot a ton of scenes and then cut and pasted everything together, not knowing what they were going to use, you should sue the 20th Century Division for that fan four stick. I'm so sorry. I am choking. Oh, this isn't a bit. I'm choking.
It's
I'm fine. I'm dying on it.
It's a bit.
I've tried not to do that into the mic. I apologize, everyone listening.
All right. But yeah, no, I thought that was fucked up, dude. Like, all these people are crazy. And if you're one of those people, definitely email in. Like, I'd like to understand your point of view on this. Because, and I hope it's not just a bunch of like Snyder bros just trying to, last ditch effort, because I like
nobody liked it.
Everybody should know from listening to the show, I like the Snyder movies. So it's not like I'm saying this as a mean thing to people who like the Snyder shit, because I like it. I like the Snyder cut better than most of the other ones, but I also like really long movies too. So
I like that they broke it up into episodes for us
on the platform. Yeah.
I've honestly thought about downloading it and then cutting it myself so that it's actual episodes.
Cut the hot dog scene out.
Is that actually? I can't. That's been memed so many times now, and I have not watched it since. That I cannot remember if him smacking her with a hot dog was fucking fake or real.
No, that's fake. That's fake. He doesn't smack her with it. It comes very close to being very
creepy,
innuendo-y. But he grabs it and he puts it in his pocket so he has something to give to the dogs when he goes back into the dog shop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how little I cared for that movie. Is I don't even care to differentiate from the memes.
I'm just pissed off that Flash broke the glass of that dog shops thing when he could have phased right through it. Fucking Grant Gustin would have phased right through that shit.
That's what happens when you have a lackluster writer like Snyder.
Don't be mean, man.
It's not mean, it's the truth. The truth hurts.
I watched his like, so they did that zombie movie on Netflix of his, and then they did like a prequel to it, and that prequel was actually pretty cool. I'd like to see more.
I have to watch it. I love that character in that movie. We're supposed to be getting an animated prequel, aren't we? Where the fuck is that?
I think they did something with that already, didn't they?
Did they? I missed
I'm not sure. But I watched the prequel one where it's basically just a big heist film. just without the zombies this time, and it's a little bit more reminiscent of like a I guess more action-packed version of like an Ocean's 11 type thing going
Okay.
on, because that you set up all the characters and stuff like that. So yeah,
Because I
I thought it
did
was pretty
really
cool.
enjoy that character in the original film.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely a good one. Which kind of sucks when you're watching it because you're like, all these fuckers die. So, yeah, but no, I like that one. And
I'm
also
excited for Snyder's Star Wars that he's been working on for years.
that's the one that he was going to do for Star Wars, but they didn't want it, right?
Yeah, so he's turning it into its Netflix Star Wars now, is what he's calling it.
Which isn't that supposed to be coming out soon?
I think so. I'm excited to check it out. I like sci-fi shit, so.
What is that?
And it's not based on any other property, so it might be fun with him.
Rebel Moon. First look at Rebel Moon. Ooh, they have a first look at it, but that was like last year. Okay, so yeah, it's probably coming out soon. Rebel Moon is what it's called, though.
It says it will be out December 22nd this year.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be
Sweet.
a Christmas. Cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, speaking of cool
Ray
sci-fi
Fisher's
shit.
going to be in it. He's got some work finally. Cool.
Yeah. Fucking Vin finally talking about a Riddick movie after all these years. It's about damn time.
Yep.
God damn. How many fucking car movies do we have to finance this shit?
Bro, shut the fuck up, man. Fast and Furious is dope. We all love it. This next one, I didn't watch any of the trailers for it, and then I went to go see the Ant-Man movie when it came out, and I saw this trailer, and it looks fucking dope. I was like, now that's an action car film. I want to
Jason
see
Momoa looks awesome, I'll be honest with you.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I just think back to the original director of this, though, with that video Vin did with him the day before he quit on Instagram, where it looked like he was holding him hostage. This is going to be the best movie ever, isn't it? Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, Rebel Moon's going to be the first thing he's had out since the Snyder cut. No, for Ray Fisher, sorry. He did like 4 episodes of a TV show last year, but other than that, he hasn't done a movie. Dude, the only movies he has is the fucking DC movies, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, can you blame him for going to bat against everyone against Snyder?
Right? Literally every movie he's been in, Snyder has directed. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Justice League, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. The other Justice League was still partially directed by Whedon as well, but still.
Which was the better version?
Which I haven't heard them be bitching or anything like that lately. So hey, I'm all for it. Let's get them going back in. Let's see what this dude can do when he's not half CG.
I still wanted his fucking movie. I wanted him in Flash. I wanted that Arrowverse connection.
Oh.
Man, I can't wait for Flash. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I can't.
He's not going to be in Flash. Like that would be
he was supposed to be.
That would be the biggest boss move for them to have done, though. Is just like reshot something, and just like Gunn could have been like, bro, let's put him in there. Let's just get him in there for like 2 scenes, something.
Oh, I'm sure he pissed off the executives too much for them to want even anything to do with him.
Aren't they all different executives now, though?
Yeah, but you're talking about a guy who fired Henry Cavill from Superman, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Nah, he didn't fire him. He didn't rehire him. There's a difference that he, for some reason, Zablov is his name, decided to correct people on because he thought that was smart. I love like the Netflix guys. We don't cancel shows that people watch or good that are good. Like, you're better off not saying anything. Just shut your mouth. What's the Rock's thing? Know you roll.
Know you roll, jabroni. Ooh, we need jabroni shirts again.
Speaking of Rock, dude, you gotta start Young Rock. Oh man, this show is so fucking good.
Is it? Well, you said
3
they did.
seasons in now. What the fuck?
I watched like the first 2 episodes, I think. Has it been on for 3 years though?
Yeah, I think so.
No way it started when COVID started though. This is how I dictate my time now by like when COVID was and when COVID wasn't.
Yeah, it started in 2021.
Oh, we're never going to let these videos be played on YouTube because we say COVID too much. Well, I say COVID too much.
That's fine. We just can't monetize it.
Speaking of words that I've noticed getting bleeped in shows.
Oh, I thought you were going
was
to talk about books.
well, we can do that next. Segue, Tivis, segue. I was listening to this podcast and they were bleeping this word, and I was like trying to figure. Like, I was super groggy this morning, man. Like, I had to drop my wife off at the airport, stupid early and stuff, and so I was listening to this podcast, and I was like, "What word are they bleeping?" Like, I was confused. I was because I was like half into the conversation, half out, kind of like when we record. but I was listening. It's like, what are they talking about? And then they're like, oh yeah, it's the word that you can't, like, you just can't say. It's so not insensitive. What is
Now, what country is this? Because that will depend on the word.
That's where I'm getting that to. So they were saying it's offensive. It's such an offensive word. And I was thinking, I was like, the way they're using this does not sound like the N word, because these are 2 white dudes. I was like, it doesn't sound like that word. So I'm like, what? And then they say, yeah, you just can't say the C word. And I was like, wait, what? Are y'all talking about cunt? like you do know over in the UK, because this is a American show
UK,
that they were
Australia.
like, a cheeky little cunt is like a little phrase that they say all the time. Like, so I don't know if that's something we're allowed to say on YouTube. So if not,
Probably not.
go eat a cunt. I don't know. But yes, I was like, what? Because and when you look up the definition of it too, because it means so many different things, right? It does. It means many different things the way you say it, kind of like fuck, like fucking be determined in specific ways depending on how you're saying it and in context and stuff like that. So like the basic definition of the word cunt is, women's genitals. That's it. Like a vagina, basically. That's it, guys. The whole nether region down there, minus the anus. This took a turn. But yeah, it's
medical with Myke.
What?
Anatomy
with Myke. Oh, but yeah, like you said, like well, the UK uses it a lot, Australia, New Zealand, a lot of those places they use it a lot in the kind of ways that can be taken in a positive or a negative. So I'm just like, why are we so obsessed here in this country, in America, to not use this word?
I mean, it's the same reason that we have it's over sexualized a lot of things.
But we go and say douchebag all the time here.
Yeah,
that's the thing that they use to clean the cunt.
You're really trying to get YouTube on us.
Oh shit, today is fun.
Different standards and practices, but also prude fucking people in this country.
So this here says, feminist writer and English professor Germaine Greer argues that cunt is one of the few remaining words in the English language with a genuine power to shock.
Yeah, I mostly listen to Australian, so I hear it.
Right. I watch a lot of BBC stuff and, some of the more adult things and stuff like that. Say it a lot.
BBC, I finished season 1 of Ghosts. That's pretty good, but I do like the American one better. Probably because of the actress.
Those seasons are shorter too, which
Yeah,
is
it's only 6
awesome.
episodes. And then starting season 2, they got longer by a whole episode. They're now 7.
7 episodes, yeah. Ghost is so freaking dope, man. If you guys aren't
Both
watching
shows are good.
Ghost, yeah, if you haven't watched Ghost, the American version, go and watch that. I think it's on Paramount Plus, correct?
Yes.
Not a
For
sponsor.
now.
For now. And then you can go and watch Ghost, the UK version, the BBC one,
On HBO
on
Max.
HBO Max. Not a sponsor.
They have all but the newest season still. I think season 4 is not up yet.
Not yet. No.
Yeah.
No. They didn't start uploading it like the same as like the American one does, like as every week or some shit like that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they have some kind of delay in their contract as well.
Yeah.
Did you I don't want to get too far. I know you want to keep talking about this word, but
No, I
did
don't.
you see the
Jeez,
lawsuit
Tivis.
between HBO Max and Paramount?
No. What was that based on?
Because HBO signed a contract with Paramount to get all the exclusive rights to air new episodes of South Park.
Mhm.
And since then, they haven't made any new episodes, but they have made events that have premiered on Paramount that are basically just mini movies, the streaming wars. So they're suing them, saying they fucked them to take their money. Because there's supposed to be 3 new seasons of South Park that haven't even started production yet.
Well, who owns it's
Paramount.
Comedy Central, right?
Yeah. Paramount owns Comedy Central.
So why would HBO have anything?
Because HBO signed an exclusive deal to get all the new episodes.
Huh. That's stupid. Sounds like they're all being a bunch of cunts. So yes, no, there are other things though out there that are happening with words and literature area in the literature area right now, where at first it was like it wasn't even the words, but like the depictions of things back when Dr. Seuss was having books pulled, like literally pulled, not just like edited, but pulled. And then recently there was like the Willy Wonka and all of his
whatever
books.
that author's name was, I don't know.
And now recently, the most recent one anyways, is
James Bond
books. Yes, they're and this one made me go just wow. And it's a Roald Dahl. I can never pronounce his name as the Charlie and Chocolate Factory guy. But yeah, the James Bond ones made me laugh because the news was talking about it. And when I say news, I mean GMA, so like kind of news, but mostly pop culture stuff.
It's like watching The Daily Show and not expecting a comedy show.
Just not as funny.
Yeah.
So, wow, you're learning a lot about us today, guys.
God, I haven't watched The Daily Show in years. I wonder who the new host is going to be.
Is he leaving?
Oh, he already left.
Did he?
Yeah. They didn't have anyone signed up.
Oh, shit. Dang. Hey, I'll be the host. I can say whatever the fuck if I can say whatever I want, I'll be the host. To make fun of political people and not get like roasted for it on the internet from everybody. Yeah, no, I this one here, what was it again? James Bond books.
James Bond.
So they're going in and through, and the news was like, we're altering the books so that they're not as offensive or whatnot. And the news was just like, we're basically taking out any racial slurs towards black people. But then they're like, but what will be left in is the sexist and racial slurs towards Asian people. And I'm like, wait, you guys can't just pick one and leave all the others. It doesn't make sense. It's like them trying to be progressive like the last day of the month for Black History Month, because that's when the news report came out. I was like, wait, so you're just gonna take out the N-word basically and stuff and not take out like any of the Asian slurs, because there are a ton of Asian slurs in these books. I've read a few, and I mean, sexism. I mean, you take that out, and you just don't have James Bond. Like, it's full of sexist bullshit. And then they were talking about there's possibility that this might happen in a lot of their movies as well, the James Bond movies, that they will go back through and do revisions and stuff like that to the films that have already been released.
I mean, good luck. The Broccoli family is so
Oof.
protective of these films.
Yeah, I don't know how a lot of this is going to happen. They've been talking about doing this. I know Disney does a lot of revision stuff as well already. But they do give like a label telling you that they've revised it from the original. It's not the original.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about all this, dude?
You know, the indie guy I watch has had a lot of reactions from like authors and stuff, and you know when it first happened with the Willy Wonka guy whose name I forgot already.
Roald Dahl. I can't pronounce it, guys.
I'm not even gonna try, but
I'm
they're
just
like,
going
yeah,
to
he
write
was a
it.
giant piece of shit, but his books shouldn't be changed. We shouldn't be changing these things in history.
Well, no, it's literally as I told my wife, I'm like, they're literally trying to rewrite history.
Oh yeah.
Because doing this, you're taking away the voice of the time that these books were written. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're kind of making it seem like this is the guy here, Roald Dahl, I can't pronounce it, who was the Willy Wonka dude. But yeah, you're taking
And this is
away.
a sub branch of the Penguin Random House doing it too.
Okay.
Yeah, whereas the James Bond is being done by the Fleming estate, who I believe originally wrote the books.
I thought it was just that's the publishing company, correct? Let's see here. I don't recall. Ian Fleming.
Yeah, Ian Fleming was the author of James Bond. So how did the Broccoli family get sole control of the films?
I don't know any of that stuff. That would be a thing for everybody to go look up if you don't know, because I'm not going to talk on something I don't know. But yeah, no, like this whole revisionist of history shit, it's like they're kind of doing what we've been bitching about them doing with history books, but now it's like we're going to go and alter literal literature so you don't even remember that no, this is where the culture came from. So when we get to a point where things are potentially more peaceful, more equal, there won't be any way to go and look back and see where we came from, you know? And that's my big worry with a lot of this stuff. Like there's a lot of literature out there that show how things were, how people treated different people and stuff like that. Just by the language that they use, not necessarily by what they were like the stories they wrote, but the language used.
Yeah.
And when you change that, you're changing history, because you're like, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of this word here and not show that, you know, people back then talked like this. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. That would, you know, that's like if I made a movie based in America and had it start in like 2010 and had every character saying cunt. That's not right, because they don't do that. They didn't do that. My wife is going to kill me because she hates that word.
A lot of women do here.
Oh boy. Anyways, yeah, I just think it's all bullshit, and you shouldn't go and edit any books from any time. I mean, if you want to discontinue a book, fine, discontinue.
Yeah, that's within your power. Like what was the first guy? The
Roald Dahl?
No, the children's author.
Oh, Dr. Seuss.
Yes, the communist. Yeah, like that's fully within their power to do that.
Yeah. And as long as there's, you know, just stopping publication of it,
Yeah.
fine. Don't say a book is banned, because then we're getting into bad territory.
Yeah, it's still in circulation. It's just not being printed.
Right. You can buy it from a secondhand shop. You can do all these things. Like, if a book is banned, then like a lot more things. And I think that's where a lot of people get these things when like a publication company says, "Oh, we're not going to print this anymore." You get a shitload of articles that are like, "Oh, they're banning this book." I'm like, no, they're not. They're just not publishing it anymore. Well, just like they don't, print out so many fucking movies nowadays that used to
Yeah.
be in uh distribution. There we go. Because there's movies that are on DVD that never made it to Blu-ray. There's movies on VHS that never even made it to DVD, and people don't know this,
Well,
and they forget, like, because there's a lot of movies, especially in the horror genre, that you can't find on DVD that are on VHS still. Some of them probably shouldn't go to DVD. Let's just say that.
yeah, probably not. Well, I mean, look at the stuff Disney has done. They've been editing, like, you could find countless videos on YouTube of their videos, not just on Disney Plus, but being re-released through the years with edited stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, even something as mundane as Lilo and Stitch has a censored part in that movie. But we were talking the other day about these books, and you mentioned Huck Finn.
Mhm.
A lot of people probably forgot they did censor Huck Finn back in 2010, 2011. And there was massive backlash to it.
For Jim, right? For his name. Was it Jim, right?
I think, but yeah, they censored out the N-word.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jim.
You want to push your luck there, Mike?
No.
Yeah.
That's not Jim. I said the other word. Fuck.
Yeah, so
Ginger Jim. There we go.
This is not the first time they've done this, and it's never been received well by authors in general from all ages, because none of them like to think that their stuff is going to be touched after they let it go.
Well, and from what I saw too, when like for the James Bond thing with them just taking and getting rid of the negative words towards black people, there was actually a girl on who was talking about it who was of black descent and stuff like that, and she was like, this is it's kind of fucked up, because it's like you're erasing this part of history, because whether you like it or not, it's still part of black history too, because it was a thing that happened to them in their time, in that time period and shit like that. And it's like you're basically like whitewashing history now, saying that, oh, we were all good people to everybody and we didn't hate any except for the Asians, because we're still leaving those in their books, so
yeah,
I was just like, what the fuck is everyone doing? It's stupid, and I keep cutting you off.
I wonder if this is a reaction to many states like your Florida, where they're getting rid of books that depict history in a negative light, and it's insane.
And anybody who gets rid of literature and that shows how history was in a negative way, it just is ridiculous. And yeah.
Like, this country was founded on some fucked up stuff and continued to do fucked up stuff and still does fucked up stuff, and we shouldn't shy away from it. We should look at it and be like, wow, we can really do better.
Yeah, that you
yeah, I chose that line specifically.
you reminded me as you were saying it of the fucked up stuff thing. It reminded me of what was it, Devil's Rejects, where Baby, who's played by Sherry Moon Zombie, walks in to the liquor store, this liquor thing, and she goes, yeah, I bet you want to get fucked up. I like to get fucked up too. I bet you do. I like to get fucked up. I like to get fucked up too. Yeah, I bet you do. Sorry. Anyways, it made me think of that scene from that movie, but it's also from the song that Rob Zombie does called Pussy Liquor. So liquor as in alcohol. At least he didn't call it cunt liquor. Sorry.
Let me know when you want to drop the shovel.
We're gonna see if we can get banned from YouTube today.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Oh shit. All right. I looked up the word bullshitting since we on the screen if you're watching.
You wanted to see if you spelled it right.
I did spell it right, but so if you're watching on the screen, you see that it says called a bullshitting episode. That's probably not what the title of the podcast will be, just for reasons, because I know kids could potentially see the title of it and stuff. But bullshitting, exaggerated or foolish talk, nonsense, deceitful or pretentious talk. So we're right there. We're right
checking
there
all
today.
the boxes.
Oh shit, man. All right, so you brought something up yesterday. Unless you have something, do you have something to go on right now or no?
No.
Okay, so you brought something up yesterday in the comments or in chat, in my text chat with me, and I just did it like a fucking old person on the camera with my two thumbs.
I'm playing my Game Boy.
Which reminds me, I did that whole thing of asking my kids how they hold the phone, because we do it like this, because we're old people, and they did it like where they're holding like a fucking thing to their head like that. And I'm just like, oh gosh, oh no. Anyways, you brought up something in text,
banana phone,
about a movie, a potential movie that has never been done. And let's see if you want to even talk about this. A movie based around 9/11.
I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about this, and I brought the idea to you because it was. I know it's your type of stupid. I didn't know you were going to go public with this.
So Tim has brought this movie or this idea up of a movie.
At least they put theirs behind a locked paywall.
A movie based on 9/11. Why are you paying to listen to people talk? Come on, don't do that. We don't even do that.
Editorial free reporting.
If you want to give us some money, just hit me up and you can donate to the show. I think I have like a PayPal or something set up for this show. Anyways, I should put it in the description now that I think of it. Tim has brought up the idea of a 9/11 movie.
I didn't bring it up.
He brought it up to me.
Another idea. It wasn't my idea.
Tivis informed me of this idea. A movie based on 9/11 about time travel, going back and stopping 9/11 from happening.
Yeah, that would be incredibly insensitive and stupid.
But we've done so many other stupid and insensitive things. Dude, we have movies already based on COVID that are like, I'm just like, you guys are making fun of it now. Like SNL makes jokes about COVID. Like they did it before like everybody was done and over with it.
Laugh at terrible shit.
Exactly. So you gotta laugh at this shit.
I know there's still a lot of families affected around.
But you don't have to do it in a comedy way. I just think that it would be done better as a comedy.
I think no matter how you do it, it's gonna be a bad idea.
I mean, they do the Titanic all the time.
Most of those people.
I think there has been a time travel movie actually where they stopped the Titanic from sinking, to be honest. But that was like over 100 years ago. So Tivis is going to look it up before I dig myself a hole.
No, I'm just looking at the last. Let's see. Was the last survivor of Titanic passed away in 2009? So yeah.
Are there any survivors from the 9/11 stuff? Well, I guess anyone who got out of the building still, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Take that. Just delete that comment. Whoever's gonna edit this, because that was a stupid.
That's gonna be you, dude. You are creating editing work for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm just. That was a dumb question to ask.
Oh boy. I should have went into what I was gonna say.
Go and say something. We'll just bypass that. But if you guys do come up with an idea of making a 9/11 movie with time travel to stop the events of 9/11 from happening,
don't publish it.
That could be done in a dope way of either entertaining or anything like that, let us know. Like text us, or not text us, because I'm not giving you my phone number, but like email us at
I mean, you
Operation
could
Babble
text random
Outlook.
numbers and get yourself even more in trouble.
Text it to the I'm gonna give you guys a CIA number. Anyways, yeah, no, email us what you think your cool idea would be. We're definitely not gonna use it, but if we want, we can say it on air.
I might even,
I'm
but it's
just
not John.
curious. So my idea to Tivis last night was making it so what's that dude's name?
Kanye.
No, the other dude. His dad died at 9/11 as a firefighter.
Oh,
Uh
the SNL.
my wife knew his name too, and I don't remember it.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson, yes, thank you. I literally asked her his name last night when I was texting you. I was like, "Who's that motherfucker that everyone thinks is hot, but he's like not?"
Yeah.
But Pete Davidson could do a directing of this to kind of give him the pass, a little bit, and make it a comedy. I'm not going to say the other part that I said because I was
Well, I
just
mean, I think
joking
people
around.
know that he's deeply connected. Him and Jon Stewart have been doing all kinds of stuff because they have
Mm,
a connection to this tragedy
yeah,
that should not be made a mockery of with time travel, at least not for another 70, 80 years.
that's too long.
No, it's not.
But if you did it now, Steve Buscemi could be in it, and he was there as a firefighter on
That doesn't
9/11.
change anything.
There's a way to do it to make it
No, it's not.
tasteful. I think
No,
there
it's
is. There's always a way. Look,
No, there's not.
Look, Tropic Thunder was a huge comedy movie that made fun of everything. Like they did blackface and got away with doing blackface because of the story built into it. And that's fucking dope.
I don't know how they got away with that, but they got in trouble with special needs.
Oh yeah, whatever the character's name was that
Simple
Ben
Jack.
Stiller, Simple Jack, yeah. Well, I mean, and to be honest, if he would have done that movie just a little bit later, when Trump was president and Trump was doing this, he wouldn't have got shit for Simple Jack, but they would have got shit for blackface.
There's so much
But
that movie.
but anyways, that will go over some people's heads that are just listening, not watching the video. Anyways,
He did a Mind Dementia DVD.
What is that? What it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, they got away with doing all that shit, dude, on Tropic Thunder, and it's because the story is literally talking about that shit. Like it in the story, yeah, they're doing those things, but they're also just showing you how fucking stupid a lot of this stuff is with the actors and all that. Yeah. Anyway, and
My
you get to
favorite
see
part
Tom
is where they make fun of method actors because they're bullshit.
They're all method actors. That's the thing. Except for Jack Black. He's like a fucking stone, like a pot or a cokehead. Wasn't it a cokehead, right? A heroin addict or something like that in the movie.
I think only one of them was a method actor. The Jack Black was the druggie. Ben Stiller was the hard up comedian actor who did stuff he's not proud of.
Wouldn't you think that that him going full they said that he went full retard in the film. That's a literal line from the movie. So fuck off with your cheeky little cunt ass. No, like
I want
that's
people to
a
know
line
that
from the movie.
things Myke says does not reflect me in any way. I do not endorse or encourage.
Okay, first of all, that's in the description. Okay, that what we say is for
yeah, but I'm vocally saying it. So,
but no, like
that,
that's a line that
now?
he says, and they continually say it. Like you should never go in like that because. And I would take that as him being a method actor as well as Robert Downey Jr.'s character. So, anyways,
I don't think so. I think that's just a comedian who went poorly with his acting choices because he didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Okay. Dead silence for like half a second. All right. You wanted to bring up something real quick. Hurry up. Let's go.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, I was gonna surprise my wife by getting her some new DDR pads for her birthday,
Mhm.
and she figured out what I was doing and wanted them early. But since we got the PlayStation 2, I'm like, well, maybe I'll break out like my favorite game back in the day. Realized I didn't have a controller, so I'm like, well, there's tons of books I never read, so I've pretty much been stocking up on these old Tokyo Pop books that are now out of print and hard to find.
Hmm.
So
Let me know which ones, because I have a bunch of them. A bunch of different books that are not in print anymore. Which
well, this is
which
specifically
we
for the Dot
as
Hack
we
series.
the what?
Dot Hack.
Let me see
It
the
was the
cover.
first well, it was the first one, I believe, if
Mhm.
not, then one of multimedia projects that spanned games and shows and books and
Oh, that's
comics.
cool.
Each one is like a self-contained story, but get consuming them all like grows the overall picture of what's going on.
Okay.
So, and then they fucked
Nice.
it up at the last ones that came out in early or late 2000s because it's a story about corporate oversight and just complete human error being a total fuck up. And then they have it broken into like three eras: the original, the sequel, and then the one that screwed up everything because they went back and retconned it all to actually be the fault of a giant cult. And this was all planned from the beginning, everything that happened. And it's like, why?
Sounds very reminiscent to some things that have happened recently. So I can see why that would be a book out of print.
Well, no, the company went out of business,
Oh, and no one's
but
picked it up to republish it?
no, because they killed the franchise so bad that the last bits of it weren't even bothered to be imported because in company, the people being paid by the company making the product to give it a stellar review to trick people into buying gave
Yeah.
it poor reviews because it was so terrible.
I wonder what the laws are on like that if the publishing company went out of business and the product's just been sitting for so long, like when can another publishing house just come in and be like, just take it without paying for
I
the
assume
rights
they
or
have to
anything
get the
like that?
license from the owner,
The
which
creator
is
of it.
Bandai, which good luck because
Oh
Bandai
yeah.
is
No.
so fucking terrible now. They don't know
Yeah.
how to manage anything.
Especially their toys. Uh
In fact, they released the second part of this series. Like I was saying, how it's in three parts. The second part is considered the best game that CyberConnect ever made, which was the company that pretty much came up with this whole story
mhm.
on behalf of Bandai. Bandai owns it. Uh,
Okay.
they marketed it so poorly when they remastered it 5 years ago.
Right.
They didn't release the fucking trailer of it coming out until a week after it was out, but managed to market shit that was coming out 5 months after it, the week leading up to it. And it still outperformed all of that other stuff
Huh. Okay.
because people care and they don't. It's insane the amount of companies out there who are like, we will gladly give you our money. And they're like, yeah, no, we don't care.
No, they don't. They don't give a shit. They're like, nah, we're good. We got everything set up here.
Yeah, we'll take your money in other ways. But we're not going to give you our money for that stuff. We want this. Fuck
Oh,
Sword Art Online. We want that hack.
all
Yeah.
right. Anyways. Anything else you got going on? Anything else you want to bring up real quick?
No, that's it. I mean, I've just been reading old comics and stuff, so I
Okay.
haven't really got into anything new other than
Right.
Star Wars and our sitcoms, which always fun.
Sorry. I was just reading a quote here. Because I'm trying to find a quote for you guys for the end of the day.
Yeah, we're done bullshitting. We don't know what else to talk about.
Done bullshitting. Is this it?
This was a nice chill episode though. It's nice when
Was
we
it?
get to just chat. This is stuff we would have done in our text messages.
Yeah. That's what I was like. Let's just do a bullshitting episode, dude.
Yeah.
So for Tivis's sake, I will read our disclaimer since not everyone reads our show notes.
Is that going to be your quote?
No. For Tivis, the views and opinions expressed in this product are solely of those individuals giving them. They do not reflect the opinions and views of all parties within or any and all sponsors. Enjoy. Maybe I should record something like that or have my wife do it in a very sexy voice, and we'll put it at the beginning of every episode.
Don't
And
disclaimers come at the end?
Beginning and then. Well, Tosh.0 always put them at the beginning, so fuck off. I remember
that's true.
because Barack Obama's voice was always at the beginning of some of them, and Tara Reid. I don't know. I assume they just
dude, you gotta. Have you been watching the new season of Ghost, by the way, the American?
I'm up to like 1 or 2 episodes after Christmas.
Okay. Did you get to the funeral episode yet?
Of Trevor?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Tara
I think
Reid.
that was the last one. Yeah, with Tara Reid there. Yeah. Dude, guys, everybody needs to go out and watch Ghost. That's gonna be my recommendation this week for this show. Is go and watch Ghosts, American and the British version, because they're both great. And what's cool is the American version doesn't do the exact characters. Like there's some of them that are the same characters.
They keep them unique.
They have.
Oh, now Mike's dying. What the hell's happening today? At least he has the sense to mute his mic.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I do, and it makes a clicking noise.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay.
And then you get mad
anyways. What's that?
You get mad at me for the clicking.
Yeah, no, I just really thought that was cool that you have some of the same characters but different ones, so it's really awesome to see them doing it separately. Which is cool.
I like that they both have pantsless ghosts, but the American one is a college business frat boy and the British one is a disgraced government official.
Yeah. And what did you think about so spoilers for the Ghost American version? What did you think about this whole ghost in a car thing? Like the traveling ghost.
That would suck. Like, what happens when the car gets compacted?
I think you just stand in
the square. Yeah. If it gets like dismantled, what part of the car are you actually haunting?
The same question always has popped into my mind about like Thor or what's the Native American dude's name? Oh God. Oh crap, I forget his name. But like they've been there since before those properties were properties. So I'm like, what dictates their boundaries, you know? I'm always curious of what dictates the boundaries, because what if somebody at one time owned both properties and they merged them together? Then would their properties be the same and they could just roam around both properties? The same thing goes with like American Horror Story does something very similar with their ghost stuff. Is like they're stuck in the facility stuff.
I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'll send it to you.
Okay. This is the native dudes.
Yep.
I don't. Sasafis? I don't remember that name at all.
I think they have a nickname for him because I don't recall that either.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that one because I don't even know that. But yeah, American Horror Story does the similar thing with ghosts. Like they have a boundary area that they have to stay within, the house or a hotel or something like that.
They call him Sass.
Sass, that's what it is. Yeah. And within American Horror Story, though, on Halloween, they're allowed to go off of those boundaries for the time being They just have to be back within a certain time frame.
Okay.
So it would be kind of cool to see if they do that here. There's another one I want to check out called The Ghost, I think it is, on Netflix. It's a movie with Falcon. I forget his name. Anthony Mackie, that's his name. With Anthony Mackie that I want to check out. I thought it was a TV show at first, but it turned out to be a movie. So I'll be watching that shortly. You see it?
Boy, it's not come up when you Google it. You have to go down. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that looks pretty cool too. Other than like sitcoms and stuff, is there anything that you are going to be planning on seeing anytime soon that you want the audience to know about so they can check out?
Shazam is in what, a week or so?
You say Shazam or Kazam?
Shazam.
I'd rather watch Kazam.
Let's see. Yeah, 15 days from when we record this, Shazam's coming out. Oh, and Gotham Knights and Superman and Lois are starting.
Okay. I gotta continue not Gotham Knights, Superman and Lois, see about the second season. I haven't watched that one yet. And we have Guardians of the Galaxy coming out very shortly as well.
May.
It should be out
still
May.
a couple months.
We have Shazam. Yeah, Shazam, Guardians of the Galaxy. There's another one, right? Oh, Flash.
The Spider-Verse, Flash, Blue Beetle, Kraven the Hunter, the Marvels, and then Aquaman are all the superhero movies this year.
Damn, that's a lot, though. I mean, they're all different franchises, but still. Okay, dude. You gotta get going, right?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay. So Tivis, my man, how did you enjoy today's show, you little cunt?
Now I don't know if I can answer that. I liked it.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
My quote today comes from the movie Tropic Thunder, said by Robert Downey Jr.
Oh no.
I picked a good one. It's fine. Chill, bro.
Is it the famous one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. By Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Peace, everybody.
Later.
You just finished another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch every episode of Operation Babble on all your audio streaming services, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and more. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Operation Babble, and join the conversation today by searching for the Operation Babble group on Facebook. Links also in the description. Thanks, and have a great day.